Hello agents, this weekend is Easter and I couldn't think of a better video to release. Today I'm going to be covering every Easter egg that is in the Division 2. There are a lot of them and I'll link each one with a timestamp in the video description if you want to see a list of what is on offer. There are so many to show you and I am certain that there'll be something in this video that most of you won't know about. I have researched for weeks and I have even added some subscriber feedback and I'm excited to share this with you. I am also certain that I would have missed some Easter eggs as well, even though I tried hard not to, so please do post anything extra in the video comments for others to have a read through. Also let me know in the comments what is your favourite Easter egg in the Division 2 and don't forget to like the video and share it wherever you can so others can also view it. If you're new to the channel then do be sure to hit subscribe for more content from me and you'll also find the best Division community on Discord linked down in the video description once you are done. So first, I released this as a teaser a few weeks ago for this video and it is really one of my favourite Easter eggs in the game. Before the Division 2 was released, there was a trailer that had a police car in it and the text appeared to be spelt wrong and was missing the I. Massive responded to this by saying that they had fixed it and released a clip of an agent going in cover on the police car to close the door shut revealing the I. This insinuated that the trailer caught a police car with a door open. Fast forward to some time after release and Massive put a police car in the game without an eye with a winking face. They challenged the community to find it and you can find it here just north of Lincoln Memorial. A Watch Dogs Easter egg is next, and this is debated whether or not it actually is one. If you go into the collectibles and found footage, you have this clip of the Outcast leader. Towards the end, she passes a hammer onto a member of the Outcast that is wearing attire that looks exactly like what Aiden Pierce would wear. For me, this gets a thumbs up. In the same found footage section, there is footage of a satellite surveillance and with it another Easter egg. A shout out to everybody in my video comments last week who informed me of this. Notice the latitude and longitude. If you go and type this into Google Maps, you get this location marked with a red pin. Now search for Massive Entertainment's address and click on the map view, you'll see exactly the same location but just up the road a little bit near McDonald's is the headquarters. I had no idea of this and thought it was really cool. We have a couple of secret bosses next and the first one is located at a tunnel that you can get access to from Ivy Tunnel Control Point. Just follow this tunnel through until you come to a big open underground room and you'll find this circle on the floor with a cross in it. Stand directly on it and perform jumping jacks and you'll spawn in Yannick the Beard. Yannick is an associate creative director for the Division game.
Serious trauma detected.
The next secret boss is a Metal Gear Solid Easter egg, and this is again one of my favourites because I'm a huge fan of Metal Gear Solid. You'll find this Easter egg at the Manning National Zoo and you need to shoot all of the beehives before you can spawn the boss in. Just do as I do and you can replicate this. The secret boss is named the Agony, and this is in reference to a boss in Metal Gear Solid 3 called the Pain. The other notable clue here is the beehives, which are in reference to Pain's hornets.
I've caught you at last! We are the sons of the boss! I am the Pain!
I now have a string of Easter eggs that are in reference to movies, and we are going to start with Indiana Jones. I believe the only way to find this Easter egg is during the Rayburn House side mission, and once completed you can get back into this location with a bounty, but I'm not sure if the room is still available. Just go through this side mission until you interact with this laptop, and you'll find the Ark of Covenant, which is in reference to the Indiana Jones films.
Us know about division activities. Now get out of there.
Next up is a Jurrasic Park Easter egg. Just come to this location near to Roosevelt Island and you're going to find a squashed overturned car with a sign reading Clever Girl. There is also a hat covered in blood and a soft toy. The Clever Girl sign is referencing a character who used that phrase in one of the films before they got killed. Star Wars is next, but I wasn't able to get any footage. For this, you'll need to keep an eye on the Riker bounties in New York, and when you get one that is called Cell Block AA23, this is a reference to Star Wars where a section in the Death Star is called Detention Block AA23. We are heading to the sewers for the next Easter egg, and you'll want to come to this location. Follow where I go to find a balloon, which is obviously a reference to Stephen King's It. And yes, for those that are wondering, you can pop the balloon, but a clown doesn't appear. Next up is another favourite of mine, and it is a Terminator Easter egg. On the mission Camp White Oak, you want to get to this location, and then follow where I go to find a table with no fate carved into it.
This is JTF Unit 1 Leader. We're pinned down, taking heavy losses. Is the helipad locked down? Negative! We can't break through! Shit. We can't let Ellis get away.
In Terminator 2 Judgment Day, Sarah Connor carved no fate into a wooden table with a knife before she went to assassinate Miles Dyson. The final movie/comic reference can be found in Dark Zone West, and it is an X-Men Easter egg. Come to this location and you'll find a building with a sign on it that reads The Institute for Gifted Youngsters, established 1963. This is in reference to Xavier's Skull for Gifted Youngsters in X-Men. We are going to head to New York now and cover everything that it has to offer, starting with a Zelda Easter egg. You want to come to this location on the pier in Two Bridges, nice and early in the morning as the sun rises. take notice of this sign. It reads, when the water fills the lake, shoot for the morning light. Just wait for sunrise, and as soon as you can see the sun, shoot at it. This will give you a magazine of incendiary ammo. This is in reference to Zelda Ocarina of Time, as you get 5 arrows for doing pretty much the same thing. You now want to come to this location at Brooklyn Bridge. It isn't too far away from the Zelda Easter egg, and you are going to take a path through the water that doesn't look like a path. You'll find some loot and a dead body and board games called Death Row and World in Conflict. Turn around and you will also find a Far Cry 3 board game. Death Row was a sports game published by Ubisoft in 2002, World in Conflict was a game developed by Massive in 2007, and Far Cry 3 was a game developed by Massive and multiple Ubisoft studios in 2012. Moving to Coney Island, which technically is still in New York, but you have to travel back to DC to get there, and you'll find a ton of Easter eggs in the amusement park mission. As soon as you enter the arcade, you'll see a driver poster that is in reference to the driver game released in 1999 by Ubisoft. Carry on and you'll find arcade machines for Far Cry Blood Dragon, Just Dance, For Honor, and World in Conflict, which are also all Ubisoft or Massive titles. Once you get into this room, there's a real cool Easter egg inside the secret room. Just throw a concussion grenade on the whack-a-mole and hook a duck to open the door, and inside here look up to find a Splinter Cell Easter egg. The teddy looking down at you has Splinter Cell night vision goggles on. And then in the next room, you'll find the Driver arcade games, which again are in reference to the Driver franchise. We are still not done yet. On this mission there's one more Easter egg, and if you head to the Ghost Train area and clear it, you're going to find a Friday the 13th Easter egg in the last part of the Ghost Train. It is a white mask with blood on it with a knife going through it in reference to Jason Voorhees. Before leaving Coney Island, head to the ballpark mission and complete it. At the end, you're going to find a Stranger Things Easter egg inside the room that you free the NPC from. It is a cup with cherry written on it and a pair of glasses. In the show, Alexei is kidnapped and agrees to talk when given a strawberry Slurpee, even though he prefers cherry. He also wore glasses. This is quite a fitting Easter egg considering the NPC we just got out was kidnapped too.
What Kinner made me do. Thank you.
We need to get Chernenko on that extraction chopper now.
Heading back to DC now and to the theatre settlement will take us to the next few Easter eggs. Once spawned in, head to the play area. Here you'll find that For Honor is on the TV insinuating somebody is playing it, and to the right side of the TV you'll find board games for Grow Home and Rayman Raving Rabbits. All of these are in reference to Ubisoft titles. Next, we are going to head to No Hope Hotel control point. Notice what seems to be some random words written on walls. If you go out to the front of the control point and stand where there are green arrows on the floor, you can look at the control point and these random words will read, "No right, no hope, no unity." A huge thank you to It's Incoming who reminded me of this in my comments last week. Next, we are heading to the Air and Space Museum mission to find a Rainbow Six Siege Easter egg. You want to progress until you get to the area where there are hanging planes coming down from the ceiling just before the planetarium. Notice this A-10 Warthog suspended on display. If you look closely at the cockpit, you'll see the name Pilot Marius Jaeger Striker. This is in reference to a Rainbow Six Siege character called Jaeger. Also, on the tail of the A-10 Warthog, you'll find Jaeger's operator icon. We are not done yet though. Thank you again to It's Incoming last week in the video comments who told me to check this plane out because something is missing from it. Notice how something has been ripped out from under the cockpit. On the A-10 Warthog plane, there would normally be a Gatling gun here like pictured now on screen. Does this look familiar to you? It should do because if you go to Capitol Hill, you're going to notice right at the start of the mission, you have to fight your way into Capitol Hill building and you use this Gatling gun mechanism that the True Sons have forged together to break the door down. Air and Space Museum is also a True Sons mission and the True Sons stole the Gatling gun out of the A-10 Warthog at the museum to make this gun here at Capitol Hill. They also used this gun on the final boss of the Iron Horse raid. I thought this was very clever. Next, we're going to take a look at the Nutcracker Rituals that can be found in multiple locations in the game. Here is one that you can find in the sewers. Apparently, game devs put these in the game in areas that they worked on to mark them like calling cards for which dev worked on which area. And then we have the ducks. Like with the Nutcracker Rituals, you can find rubber ducks everywhere in the Division 2. Come to this location on screen now and you'll find a garage with rubber ducks in having a beer and a get together. These ducks are place markers that developers use when making the game to remind them that there are bugs or other things that needed to be done in the place that the duck was. They kept these in the game after launch. And sticking with developer Easter eggs, if you come to this location on the map here, you're going to find a reference to Red Storm. It is on the North Carolina food truck and on the menu you have a Red Storm tray, barbecue Carolina style. Red Storm are the developers who work on PvP for the Division and they are based in North Carolina, I believe. Next, I'm going to show you what happens if you scan one of many QR codes that can be found around the map. Come to this location and you'll find one on a parking signpost. Just get a QR reader app on your phone and zoom in on the game with photo mode and you'll be able to scan it. It takes you to the official E3 trailer for The Division 2. A huge thank you to Buku and Comet to inform me of this one. We are coming to the end now, but I have saved some really cool Easter eggs for the last part, starting with one on Potomac Event Center. First, you'll want to make your way into the building, and as soon as you enter, you're going to find a Wildlands poster that is in reference to Ghost Recon Wildlands. But the really cool Easter egg here is the Valhalla poster that is just to the right of this one. This was a spoiler for the next Assassin's Creed game that nobody knew about at the time, so you wouldn't have guessed it. But look closely at the poster and you'll see the Apple of Eden, which is a huge reference to the Assassin's Creed franchise. Sticking with game spoilers, and I forgot who told me about this one, but thank you again to whoever it was in the video comments last week for mentioning it. It may have been its incoming again, but on the System Corruption knee pads you are going to notice that they are called Zero Day. Zero Day later became an enemy faction in Watch Dogs Legion. What is also funny about System Corruption is that it can't be targeted loot and you're unable to craft the knee pads. We have another Ghost Recon Easter egg next, and you're going to find this on the TDI card custom. There is a quote that reads, "In our line of work it pays to be slightly ahead of the curve," by John Dmitry Kozak. John Kozak is a member of the Ghost in Ghost Recon. Who remembers Ramos from The Division 1? If you don't know him, he is a JTF officer that you save from the rooftop on the Mission Lexington Event Center. You can see him on screen now. Ramos became a meme within the Division community, as many stated that the Division left Ramos stranded on the roof after saving him. In The Division 2, there are 2 Easter eggs in reference to this. The first is the trophy or achievement that you get for shooting a True Son's medic defibrillator and shocking them. It is called Negative Ramos. And the second Easter egg that I couldn't get a recording for is that you can find an open world Black Tusk patrol with a named boss called Andrew Negative Ramos. Next up is this awesome scene that references the secret hunters that are in The Division 2. I could not get this to reenact, so I've had to use some very old footage and it looks dreadful, but I do record the location in better quality for you. You just want to come to the FBI building just south of the theatre settlement after 7 PM in game. You can check the time in photo mode, and if you make your way to this gate where the hyena box is, you'll see a hunter appear before running away. As I said, I could not reenact this, but I have already done all of the secret hunter spawns and saw this scene before. I did try again with a new character, but still got nothing. Here is the old footage that I did, and I am sorry for the quality. There are also some hunter spawns around the map where hunters spawn in and disappear. A couple of these are found around the Washington Monument, and all of them reference the secret hunters that are in the game. Next, we have another sewer and another Easter egg. Come to this location on the map and you're going to find a tail of an alligator. This is a reference to the rumours of rich people purchasing alligators as pets, and once learning on how big they'll get, they got rid of them by flushing them down the toilet. Head to Space Administration HQ to find a host of Easter eggs. First, as soon as you run into the building, you'll see these spacesuits. There are more as you go through the mission, and they are apparently the spacesuits used in Far Cry 5 DLC, Lost on Mars. Also, throughout this mission, you're going to find some flat earther references, including these ones that can be printed from some interactable printers. There are different photos that can be printed and all reference to flat earthers. And as you're heading upstairs in the first main area, there are two hidden aliens. Both of these are references to extraterrestrial life. One final Easter egg on Space Administration HQ is a reference to the Discworld novels. To get this, you must first find a computer that you can interact with as you go up the floors at the start, and then you must look out for printers that you can interact with, and they might print out a photo with a 4-digit code on, like this one on screen now. This code it gives me is 3123. As long as you interact with the computer, you'll gain access to this room after coming down the elevator shaft after the rooftop. Notice 4 computers and the number of items on the desks with just a 4 written on a notepad on the 4th. This tells you that these computers are numbered 1 to 4 from left to right. Input the code you got from the printout and the secret room to the left will open. My code of 3123 worked, but this can be buggy with the wrong code given earlier, and you don't even need to get a code and can just guess. 2122, 2222 and 3124 are other common sequences. Inside this room is an Easter egg to Terry Pratchett's Discworld novels. There are just 2 Easter eggs left to show you now, and if you have got this far then well done. The first one is the Hidden Hotels secret room, and this is beneath Washington Monument. You need to find the 6 hidden hotels and interact with all switches there to get access to this room. These can be done in any order, and I'll show you one now that is just north of Lincoln Memorial.
Hostiles guarding location nearby.
Here is another hotel, again just north of Lincoln Memorial.
Incoming hostiles detected. Access key detected. Access key detected.
For the third hotel, just head south of the White House. And then the fourth hotel is right by the one that I just shown you. The 5th hotel can be found just south of the last one in West Potomac Park. And the final hotel will be found at the Metro Ruins control points.
Supply room access.
I don't know.
Unlocked.
We could have done that without you.
Hostile broadcast picked up.
Once all 6 are done, you can head back to underneath the Washington Monument to hit a final switch to open the secret room. Notice all the lights are on to confirm all of the hidden hotels were found. In the secret room is a tunnel that people use to dig out and escape, and a message to Bobby that reads, "Bobby, if you read this, great. We're so happy you're alive. We knew you'd find your way back to our hidden hotels. We had to run, baby. This city has gone bad. Why didn't you stay with us? We're leaving this hellhole city. Please catch up with us. I left you something nice for your travel. We need to talk. Love, MMXPRF Hidden." The final Easter egg is the secret owl room on Roosevelt Island. This is a super cool secret that is in reference to the Morovian society. To be able to open this room, you must be on the invaded version of Roosevelt Island. The owls that you need to interact with are only there on invaded. You won't be able to interact with the owls though unless you complete the mission first. Complete it and then run out of the exit, and when you drop down from the plane wing, you'll be back to the start of the mission. There are 7 statues of owls that you must light candles on, and you have to do this in order. A green candle means that you have done it right, and a red means it is wrong, and you have to start again from the first if you get it wrong. Just head back through the mission, and towards the end you'll find the first owl near to the secret owl room. The second owl is just after the last area as you exit. Run through the mission again until you come to this plane with the "This is our territory" banner on, and your third owl is here. Owl number 4 is near to the end of the mission again after where you find the secret owl room. Exit the mission and start to run through it again to find owl number 5 in the first area. Owl number 6 can be found after the area where you first use thermite on the explosives in the yellow containers in the live mission. And the final owl will be found just after you climb this fence. The owl noise confirms that the door is open. Head back to the secret room and you're going to find a bigger owl statue. Salute this for a recording.
Gears are turning. The plan's in motion. We'll have to scatter to avoid detection. This may be the last meeting of the Morovian Society. We'll seal the site until another who knows the rituals can reopen it.
And that brings us to the end of this video and every Easter egg that I am aware of in The Division 2. I hope you have enjoyed this as much as I have enjoyed making it, and remember to let me know in the comments which ones are your favourite and if I have missed any. It would be really good for the people reading through them. Don't forget to also like the video and share it, and if you're new here then be sure to subscribe for more content from me. Now we are done, go and check out the video description to find the best Division community on Discord. Thank you all so much for watching this, and until next time, happy Easter and peace out.